Hello and welcome to the OnlyDegens podcast. In this episode, your hosts, JT and Degen, discuss the NFL playoffs, what happened in Wild Card Weekend, and what's coming up in the divisional rounds. We go over the college football playoff final, and we get a visit from the Cart Girl. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the OnlyDegens podcast, episode 5 with your host, Degen and JT. JT, how we doing today?
Good, man. Hype for the birds, baby.
Let's go, baby. Let's
Fantastic, man.
go.
Got one thing on my mind all week, and I feel like you guys know what that is.
I mean, anybody who's in Philly who remotely is a football fan, if you don't have the birds on your mind 24/7, something is wrong with you and you're not a fan. Like that is what it is, you know?
100%. Yeah, no, everybody, even at work, dude. I mean, like, literally, first thing Monday morning, ever since Monday morning all the way through the week, it's just been Eagles, 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 Eagles. And I love it,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, same here. I'm so excited. We'll be watching. I'll be watching this weekend in Florida. Unfortunately, I will not be at the game because I'm traveling, but we'll be watching. Don't worry.
We're
People
there.
are
We're
like,
there
"Aren't
in
you going to be
spirit.
watching?" Of course, I'm going to be watching. Don't worry. The phone will be out, TV will be on, something will be on, and we're definitely watching those birds. So, shall we talk about the NFL playoffs?
May as well just get right into it.
All right, I got to ask you one question first before we go into the NFL playoffs, real quick. All right, a lot of
Uh,
controversy here about AJ Brown reading on the sideline. What's your take on it?
Look, so if I'm gonna relate to this, right? I like it. I like it a lot because I mean, growing up playing sports and stuff like that, my father coached me through a lot of the different sports that I had growing up, and especially even in high school and kind of right in there. And he always kind of preached whatever works for you. Every athlete's different. Every person is different. Whatever kind of gets you going. Everybody's got their quirks, right?
Hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know. I like it. It's a beautiful book. I kind of read the summary of it, so I understand what's going on. I think all of Philadelphia tuned into that book. It was quite literally on Monday morning at Fox 29 at 6:30 in the morning. They had their book in their hand. So,
Well, I can tell you, Mama Degen ordered it that night because I got a
yep,
notification on the Amazon account that book was ordered. I was like, "Oh my
there you
God, Mom!
go.
All right."
I
But
think we made it the number one best selling book.
yeah, that's my mom was like, "You want to read it?" I was like, "Mom, I haven't read a book since high school. Don't plan on changing that mentality." But you can give me the highlights of it and cliff notes and stuff. And yeah, sure. Tell me what it's about, Mom, because I
Yeah,
will not
right.
be reading it. But
This
yeah,
is
no, I mean,
positivity.
there's a lot of people who are giving them shit for it. Like, bro, again, like you said, you do you. Like, every like you said, every athlete has some like weird quirk that they do.
Yep.
I mean, you
Yep.
take like, a lot of these guys. Like, I don't know, the biggest one to me that comes to mind. Mainly because I was watching tennis earlier today because Australian Open's on. Like, Rafael Nadal, one of the best tennis players to ever play the game, he has his bottle quirks at his seat that, like, the bottles are perfectly aligned in a diagonal line. You can't mess the order up. Like, he does that. He does the whole, like, ear tuck, butt pick, eyebrow wipe, butt pick, ear tuck, bang, serve. Like, I mean, hey, listen, if it works for you, it works for you. Like when I played volleyball, I had my like pre-serve ritual that I did every time. Golf, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have a pre-shot ritual. I just kind of go up, hit the ball, and just fucking pipe it. That's all I do. Like I don't know, but I don't know. So you got the Jason Duffner waggle. Like
Yeah,
people
man.
got what they got. So anyway, let's talk NFL playoffs. All right, NFL playoff time, the literally the best time of the year. People say Christmas the best time of the year. I guess the NFL playoffs kind of fall near there, but NFL playoffs is the best time of the year. JT, round one, the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. Instant, like first knee jerk reaction. What was it?
Didn't expect CJ Stroud to ball out like that.
I don't know if CJ Stroud balled out or the
Yeah,
Chargers
yeah.
just sucked.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
They
I
were
wasn't expecting
so
that at
bad.
all.
All right, listen, I'm sorry. I gotta go on my soapbox here. All right, all these people, Justin Herbert's elite. You are out of your damn mind. Justin Herbert is not elite. All right. I don't care what he's done in the regular season. Okay. No one cares what regular season happens. We talk about records and we talk about rings. Justin Herbert quaked like a rookie quarterback in the playoffs against the Texans. They could have had that game over by halftime. Justin Herbert looked like a steaming bag of dog shit.
It's to me, it's almost like Herbert's just following in the footsteps of Mr. Dak Prescott.
Yeah, Dak's another one. Elite, elite. Miss me with the elite talk. All right, he's
Yeah,
won what one playoff game since he's been in the NFL, and I'm not saying that because I'm not a Cowboys fan. All right, I hate the Cowboys. We all know this, but your record and your statistics speak volumes. Dak, you've won one playoff game, been in the league for what 6, 7 years, whatever it is. One playoff game, and you've been. It's not like you've been in the playoffs once. You've been in the playoffs plenty of times. Justin Herbert's another example, just absolute garbage. I thought the Chargers were going to roll into Texas, into Houston there, and just steamroll the Texans after how bad the Texans have looked. Well, they should have, but they couldn't capitalize on anything. I mean, lucky for Herbert that Lad McConkey can catch a damn football because he was making Herbert look okay in the first quarter. After that, I mean, Herbert looked atrocious. He couldn't hit the side of a barn if you asked him to.
hey man,
I
that's
was very disappointed in that game. Cost me a lot of money too, but that's beside the point.
yeah, I didn't touch that.
I fully expected the Chargers to go in there and just absolutely smack the Texans around.
Well, yeah.
But I mean,
Based
Herbert
on how
threw
they
for
played the
like
week before, based on how they played the week before, I mean, what the hell? Like, what happened to that team that week?
I don't know, and I expected Harbaugh to whip him into
That's
shape at halftime, but no. I mean, D'Amico Ryans whipped his team into shape, and they came out fire, and they looked great.
mm-hmm.
Baltimore, Pittsburgh, nothing shocking there. I mean, we both said Baltimore was going to crush them. They did
Yeah,
exactly that. Buffalo, Denver, again, Buffalo was going to crush them. Denver had a chance. They went up early and then they did nothing after that. I was like, they took the first drive and went in like overdrive mode and then took the rest of the game off. I'm like, what are you doing?
yeah, I did not expect that performance at all from Bo Nix. I really thought that he would have stepped up more. That team would have prepared more, and just would have put up more points than 7.
Yeah, I mean, they scored on the first drive of the game over
Yeah,
here, and it's like nothing after that. Come on now.
yeah, it's
But
pathetic.
our favorite game of the week, probably just because we won. I will say I was not very pleased with how the Eagles'
Yeah,
offense looked, but
yeah,
the defense looked incredible. Unfortunately, lost to Kobe Dean. I was at the game. The silence in the stadium when Kobe Dean went down was incredible. I mean, like everybody
I,
knew instantly. It was like, oh no,
I had to have
but
been deafening. But I
it
mean,
was.
geez.
It was. Defense looked killer though in that game.
Yeah, didn't seem to slow him down or anything. But next man up mentality, right?
Yeah. Upset of the week, kind of. Not really though, because you and I both called the Commanders over the Bucks. Listen, I actually didn't watch this game. I watched the highlights of it. I was driving home from the Eagles game at the time. I caught like the very end of the fourth quarter, and I saw the doink from Gonzalez that sent them into the win. But Jaden
Yeah,
Daniels, real deal. Commanders looked good from what I saw. Bucks, not so much. Baker, I guess Baker only plays well against the Eagles in the playoffs.
it. That's all he's got, and he's gone. So I'm happy.
Yeah, yeah, right. And then I think one of the most disappointing games, but not surprising. You and I both said the Rams are going to win this game. And last week on the pod, I said that Darnold was seeing ghosts out there. I expect him to bounce back slightly. Man, vintage Sam Darnold is back. The backup quarterback to potential third string quarterback is back. This man probably cost himself a minimum 25, 30 million over the past 2 weeks.
It won. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing the whole time. I
I mean,
was
this
like, you
dude
got
just played
one game.
himself right out of a massive contract.
Yeah, yeah, not even close. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
It's hilarious to me. Like everybody's been so high on this dude all year long, and like I get it, he's been playing well. but like not great or anything. And I'd be, oh my God, Sam Darnold, he's resurrected his career. Nah, that shit went right back in the tombstone, bro. He's done. Cooked.
I mean, what else do they have to be excited about in Minnesota, right? Besides it's like a football, I
I
don't
guess
know.
winning a few games, but like, damn, I mean, and listen, now the Rams, I got to give the Rams a lot of credit. They didn't play at home; they played an away neutral site. Basically, they got a lot of stuff going on in their mental facets and stuff with the game. The Rams to me didn't look that good. I'll be honest with you. I think their offense is really struggling. Cooper
Mhm.
Kupp had one catch. Puka had six or whatever he had. I mean, their offense wasn't that good. They had a scoop and score touchdown. They had another turnover inside like the 30 or whatever that they scored on. I mean, to me, their offense, like everyone's saying how great their offense is. Their offense to me doesn't look that good. Just Darnold looked that bad. I mean, that dude got sacked 9 times. The offensive line, I mean, they couldn't hold me coming at them. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know what that team's doing.
But hey, moving on, right? They're out.
Yeah, they're out. They're done. All right, let's talk. Let's talk next round matchups here, and we got some good ones. We got some good ones. You want to start AFC or NFC?
May as well keep it with AFC first. I like saving the birds for last.
AFC first. All right. I'm gonna go for the boring one of the two: Kansas City and Houston. What are your thoughts on this game?
Fuck the Chiefs. I've just been keeping that mentality up the whole fucking time. I'm betting against them every single time. I may lose every single time I bet, but I don't fucking care. I hate the Chiefs more than I hate any other team in the NFL. But look, it's an 8 point spread. I'm really hoping the refs don't bail them out. And can CJ beat the Chiefs with the offense, and can they stay as productive as last week? I don't see it happening. Clearly, I see the Chiefs winning, so unfortunately, but yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think Patty Mahomes is, I think 6-0 in his career in the divisional round at home. I mean, dude doesn't lose at home. I think the Chiefs win this game. I don't think they win convincingly. I don't think they win by a lot. I think the Texans cover the spread here, to be honest with you, because the Chiefs have shown all year that they can't cover a damn spread. I mean, they've covered a handful of spreads all year long. They just show that they win, but they're not blowing teams out. So, like you said, I really hope the refs don't factor into this. I don't think we can, avoid that, honestly. It just happens all the time. And, they're going to win. I see them winning. I see them losing next round, but I think they're going to win this round. Um, and,
Yeah,
again, not convincingly, but they're going to get the job done. They'll have more points on the scoreboard at the end of the day. But it's,
yeah, for
it's not
sure.
going to be a convincing win. I'll tell you that.
No, nothing they've done this year has been convincing. So,
No, the only thing
but
I'm
you gotta have,
convinced of is they're not that good. That's what I'm
yeah,
convinced of.
yeah, no, they're not.
Um, Yeah, the exciting game though. I mean, MVP battle, Baltimore,
Yes.
Buffalo. Baltimore 1.5 point favorites in
Hmm.
Buffalo.
Hmm.
I mean, talk about an electric Sunday night matchup. I mean, shout out to the NFL for giving us this as the Sunday night
Yeah,
primetime game.
yeah.
Like, I really figured they would put like, I don't know, the Chiefs or Detroit in that spot. But I mean, what better to watch on a Sunday night than Lamar going toe to toe with Josh Allen?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's primetime football. That's what we want. But yeah, to your point, looking forward to this. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to this game the most. You got the two MVP candidates and Allen Lamar, and whoever wins this game is most likely going to win the MVP. And honestly, whoever loses will be shit talked by these shitty analysts about how they can't win the big game. So it's just like
Yeah,
it's either one or the other. So both guys have had incredible seasons so far. But the Bills. I got the Bills playing the Chiefs in the next round. So I think I think Lamar is going to go back to his former self. Not his former self. I mean, he's. I don't want to shit talk Lamar Jackson at all. I mean, he's an incredible athlete with such a. I mean, 2 time MVP. It's just going to be a hell of a game, and I can't wait to watch that.
Now I'm so excited to watch that game. I agree with you actually. I think Buffalo's going to take this one as a dog. They're not really a dog, but kind of, especially because they're at home. But
Yeah.
I think Zay Flowers potentially being out is going to be huge for Baltimore. I think they're going to need to do something. I'm not convinced the Bills are actually that good. They're very good, but I don't think they're that good, especially against a team that can stop the run. I know Josh Allen's been throwing, but you match up against a defense, and Khalil Shakir gets shut down. Amari Cooper, like these guys get shut down kind of. So it's really the Josh Allen, James Cook show. But we literally have two running quarterbacks and two running backs that are just studs that we're going to watch. And I'm so excited. I think the Bills win this one, though. I agree. I think Lamar is going to quake under the pressure a little bit. Um, I think he had a softball of the game against Pittsburgh. I mean, that game was over at the half. Like, I was putting away Christmas decorations during that game because I was so bored. Like I was
Yeah.
legitimately so bored during that game. I was like, "Oh, there goes Derrick Henry ripping off another one. Oh, look at this. Here we go." And it's like game was 21 zip in the blink of an eye, and you're like, "All right, well, Pittsburgh, nice try. Russell, you suck, and Mike Tomlin, you're overrated." And people are gonna be, "Oh, he's a winning coach, winning coach." Yeah. Again, let's talk Super Bowls. I know he's got one, but how many times have they made it to the playoffs? How many times have they had, a great record and then just shit the bed in the playoffs?
It's classic, man. You just got to be good enough. You can
Yeah,
maintain that head
exactly.
coaching position.
Literally. And I know he's been very, very good, but I mean people were talking about firing Nick Sirianni
Yeah.
after, three winning seasons, three playoff appearances, a Super Bowl appearance. I mean, Tomlin hasn't been to the Super Bowl in what, 12 years, 10 years, whatever it's been. And all first round exits. They haven't won a first round playoff game, and I couldn't tell you how long. So, I mean, we're going to talk, I guess mediocrity is good enough. Again, Mike Tomlin, a very good coach. Will he be in Pittsburgh? That's a question, though. Will he be in Pittsburgh next year? We'll find out.
Didn't they just
Anyway,
re-sign him and extend him recently too?
oh, did they? I don't know.
Maybe I
They
don't know.
may have.
I may have heard that, but that was like I don't know. Um, but no, I wanted to touch on that too because I wanted to like kind of talk to Eagles fans if this gets out and stuff like that. Could you imagine how Eagles fans would react with a season that Mike Tomlin put if it was the Eagles? Like if we finished the way that the Steelers finished, how pissed off the Eagles fan base would be. They'd be
I mean, just
calling
go
for
look at
his
last
head. They'd
year.
be calling for everything. Sirianni is one of the best coaches in the league, and he's proven it year after year after year. We've gone to the playoffs every year. We went to the playoffs the first year Jalen played. We had no business being there. Sirianni wins games. I know he's eccentric. I know he's flamboyant with his like actions and stuff like that. That is a damn good head coach who sticks up for his players, who wants to be in Philly and supports this damn team. So that's my little
Facts.
spiel
I
there.
mean, look at last year. Look at last year, right? 10-1, and then end the season 11-6 or whatever they were.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Yeah.
and the losses towards the end were brutal. I mean, even the damn Cardinals, like
Yeah.
bad teams,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's calling for his head. They were calling for his
Yeah.
head after week 4, going into the bye this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
2-2 going into the bye. We're calling for Nick Sirianni's head. Now, is it warranted? Man, maybe, but again, look at the players. I think the players speak so loudly, right? You hear these guys and they're saying, Sirianni would take a bullet for them. Like
Yep.
literally anything that they ever needed, Sirianni would be there. They love him. I mean, I don't know how you argue with that.
So you lead a locker room, man. That's how you get your guys
Exactly.
behind you. That's how you get that culture, that everything, that positive mindset, that mentality, that dog mentality that we have in Philly, and that's everything, right?
Yeah. The hungry dogs run faster. I know we're not dogs in any of these games, but the dogs are running, boy. Those dogs, they hunting. All right. NFC, we'll talk Commanders Detroit. All right. What's the spread? 8.5 on this game.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, listen, I really don't like the Lions. I really don't. It's not that I don't want to play them. They're just to me, they're the team that everybody is so high on, and I just want to see them crash and burn. I really do.
Yeah, no, 100%, right. I mean, my biggest thing and that I was watching out for, I mean, especially watching the Lions this year and watching that tandem running back between Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery, and seeing that David Montgomery actually came back and practiced on Tuesday and throughout the week as well. Um, I mean, the Lions are going to win this game, but because I want them, I want them in the NFC Championship. I don't want to play anybody
Yeah.
else besides the Lions.
Okay.
But the thing is, the Lions have had an absolute cakewalk of a schedule, and the whole thing is they've never seen a quarterback like Jaden Daniels. Never. So they have to contain him. They have to contain everything else, and I think it's going to be a closer game than most people think it's going to be. Jaden's slippery, man. He's a stud. He's not going to go down easy.
Yeah, I I would like to say Washington has a chance to win this game. I think they potentially could, depending how well their defense plays and how well Jaden plays. If Washington wants to win this game, they're going to have to put up 34 points though. And the
Yeah,
question is, can their offense do that? I don't know. I don't think so. And that's why I do think Detroit will win this game. Because again, Detroit's defense is not good. Their defense is trash, but their offense just puts up points every time they have the damn ball. So, can Washington's defense stop them? And then can Jaden Daniels run the offense effectively enough to score on, probably 80% of the possessions they have?
you just have to keep up, right? I mean, the Lions' offense is stupid. I mean, the whole question is, can Jaden keep up on offense and can Washington get a few key stops? When they really need it.
Yeah.
We'll
And the,
see.
the two headed monster will be back because Montgomery is off the injury report today.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We'll see.
Yeah.
I do think Detroit's gonna win this game. You don't know how much I would love to see Washington have to come into
Yeah.
Philly for the NFC Championship,
Oh,
but
oh, oh, yeah.
I have Detroit winning that game. And then our matchup of the week, even though it's not the matchup of the week, I can tell you that the Baltimore Buffalo game is the matchup of the week. But for Philly fans, the matchup of the week, the Rams and the Eagles. Eagles are what, 6.5 point favorites at
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Rams coming off a short week.
It's cold in Philly. It's
It's gonna be
cold.
snowing during the game. I saw an interesting little tidbit. You want to hear this tidbit I heard? In outdoor games where it's raining and snowing, Matt Stafford is 1-8 in his career. 1-8. He's got a 54% completion rating. 54. 1-8. That's a recipe for disaster coming against this Eagles defense.
He's been playing in domes his whole career, man. He's been protected by everything. It's time to get that pretty boy out to Philly and give him a real fucking lesson.
I'm gonna go out on a ledge here. I'm gonna go out on a ledge. This is gonna be a rout, an absolute
Really?
rout. Eagles win by 2 touchdowns.
Wow. I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, you got to contain Saquon, right? I mean, everybody's healthy
They're
that we
not gonna
have.
be able to.
You can't. You just can't do it. I've been saying this all week. I hope it dumps snow. I want a snowball. The shady snowball game is going to be the Saquon snowball game. It's
Yep.
destined. I want it. That would be so cool.
I mean, they played earlier this year. Saquon had like 300 total yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's gonna do
Yeah.
the same thing again. He's going.
I
I
mean, they
mean,
could.
listen. The Rams run defense barely stopped Aaron Jones, and you knew they were running the ball because Sam Darnold couldn't throw it. So I mean, the snow. Listen, according to the meteorologist, which side note, the meteorology department and being a meteorologist is the world's greatest job. You literally get paid to be wrong. Like it's the only
You
job
can
where you can be so wrong and still get paid and promoted.
You can be 100% wrong 100% of the time, still hold a job, and you know what? Maybe they'll put you on TV. It's
Yeah,
like
right? Exactly.
I'm
Anyway,
I'm raising my
um,
children to be meteorologists.
100%, that or a kicker in the NFL. That's what I want.
Kicker or placeholder? I
When
can give you
when
the best
uh
placeholder.
when baby Degen is ready to be born, not happening anytime soon, ladies and gentlemen. But when baby Degen is ready to be born, putting a football in that crib, and we're going out and we're kicking field goals. As soon
Right
as that
next to
kid
that.
can walk, we're putting a ball in front of him and be like, just walk into the ball. Let's go. Get your 3-step drop. Let's go.
Right next to those
But
little plastic golf clubs you'll give them too.
oh, 100%, 100%. I mean, listen, I would love to train to be a golfer, but I just feel like you make way more money being a kicker in the NFL. Anyway, we'll see. I mean, you got to be a premier golfer to make a ton of money. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But going back to my meteorology comment, it's supposed to start snowing around 2:30 in the Philadelphia area, which is an hour pre-game time. It's going to be cold out there. You know they're going to be running the rock all they can. You ready? Here's what's going to happen. I'm predicting the first Eagles drive right off the bat. You ready for this?
Give it to me.
All right. So it's going to be snowing. Okay. Saquon's going to get the rock 2 or 3 times, gain about 20 yards. All right. They're going to set up to run the ball again. No, no, no. A.J. Brown over the top, tutty, send a message that, look, I'm reading my damn book and I'm going to score on you too. And then Saquon will take over the rest of the game and just beast mode the entire game.
I just think we got to be consistent, establish a run game, and let everything open up for Jalen. That's got to be a game plan coming in. You have the best running back in the entire league, quite literally since the league has seen in a very long time. So you got to use him.
Yeah.
He's our MVP. So yeah, everything runs through Saquon and Jalen, man.
It does.
Go
It
Big
does.
East.
I got a question for you. Talk about the Rams. All right. Did you watch the Rams Vikings game?
Um, sort of, kind of caught more of the last
Did you
half than anything.
did you see the Sam or not the Sam Darnold the Matt Stafford pass that was called a pass that was a fumble?
No, I didn't know.
This is the most asinine call I think I've ever seen in a long time. So Matt Stafford's getting sacked, and he just flicks the ball back, like backhand flick, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" Ball hits the ground, scoop and score for the Vikings. Oh no, no, wait, that was a forward pass. I'm sitting here like, bro, what? Like, if you call that a forward pass, I mean, shit, anytime the quarterback's attempting to make any sort of motion, it should be an incomplete pass at that point.
I
I
mean,
mean,
didn't that just happen to us like the other week with like Tanner
yeah.
McKee or Kenny Pickett? Like, because he tossed it, but no, it was ruled a fumble.
Well, let me tell you, Kenny Pickett's pass in that situation was so much more of a pass than what Matt Stafford did. I mean, literally, Matt Stafford was going to the ground. It looked like listen, like I'm not even kidding. You got to go look this up after the fact.
I
It
First
looked
thing I'm
like
gonna
to
do.
me that Matt Stafford lost all feeling in his hand and just like dropped the ball. Like that's what it looked like to me watching it. And then they call it a forward pass, and I'm like, in what world is that a forward pass? Like I thought your arm had to be going forward, not backwards, sideways, and then like you miss something and it's like, eh.
These refs
I don't
have
know,
no idea
whatever.
what the fuck is going on. I hate them so
No
much.
idea. No idea. All right. Let's quick preview. I mean, most of our teams are still in this. The only game we really got wrong last week was the Chiefs. All right,
Yep,
sorry, the Chargers.
Chargers. Yeah,
Um, but every other game we were spot on pretty much. So Chiefs advancing, Bills advancing, Detroit advancing, Eagles advancing. So you got 1-2, 1-2. Chiefs, Bills. What do you think?
Bills. Absolutely. Now the Chiefs' time is run up. I think the Bills will. I don't. I want to say that they're gonna dog walk them, but I mean that's it's not gonna happen. But I don't know. Yeah, Bills.
That's
hundred
going to be a
percent.
shootout of a game. Like I want to see what
Absolutely.
they did. What 5, 6 years ago in the playoffs? That game, I want to see that all over again.
Patrick Mahomes is not that same quarterback. Josh Allen
Correct.
is that same quarterback.
Better, I think.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, the Chiefs can go take a vacation. They can go to Cancun. I don't care
Yeah.
about that. I don't care about that franchise. Fuck Taylor Swift. You name it. Whole thing.
All right, so Bills Eagles Super Bowl because we both were going to have the Eagles beating the Lions. And for anyone, oh, the Lions are so much better. The Eagles defense is far and away the best in the league, and they're going to shut down that high-powered offense. And Jalen's going to do just enough to win them the game. It's going to be a close game, but Eagles will win that game. Eagles Bills Super Bowl, that is going to be electric.
Defense wins games.
Yes. All right. Well, hopefully we're going to be correct in our next pod talking Eagles Bills for the Super Bowl. We'll find out what happens, but hopefully that's what we're talking about. Any final thoughts on the NFL or the playoff matchups or anything like that?
Man, that would be the rowdiest Super Bowl. Bills Mafia and Birds fans. Holy shit. Two of the most prolific fan bases, really. Yeah, no, I could not be more excited with what the NFL has given us in the postseason and everything, man. I'm hype. I'm full Eagles gear every day at work. Everybody at work's in Eagles gear. It's man, it's the best time of year, 100%.
Yeah, it is. I'm excited for it. We're looking forward to it. We'll quickly touch on the less exciting of the two playoffs. We'll flip over to the college football playoffs. So, obviously, Monday night. So we got our NFL going on Friday or Saturday, Sunday. Monday night, we got the college football championship. Um, I'll be honest with you, pretty uneventful semifinals here. I think between Ohio State and Texas. That game it wasn't very good. Ohio State got the job done when they need to get it done. That scoop and score from Sawyer was insane. Basically, put the nail in the coffin there. And then the Notre Dame Penn State game. It, it was okay. It wasn't great. Notre Dame obviously squeaked it out and they won. I was still rooting for the Nittany Lions, but I thought either one of those teams were going to get just absolutely dog walked by the Ohio State Buckeyes.
It's classic Franklin.
Yeah, we were just waiting for that one. I mean, we said
Oh
that
yeah.
last pod. We were sitting there like, we don't trust Franklin in big game situations. Round one, we trusted him because we're playing against damn Boise State. But like in this one, I mean, he's gonna get out coached. And what happened? He got out coached.
Wasn't by Kirby. That was my prediction. He just didn't show up that first game. But yeah, they're done. That's fine. But Marcus Freeman, man, I want to say a word to him, man. What a breath of fresh air. I mean, I'm not the biggest Notre Dame fan at all, but man, I respect what that dude's doing with that program and stuff. Man, it's really cool to watch that. I'm not gonna say I'm rooting for Notre Dame here, but I mean, clearly, fuck Ohio State. I've never been an Ohio State fan, so I guess I'm going Notre Dame.
I'm rooting for Notre Dame, but I mean, again, this is like, I'm watching the Chiefs play the Texans here, and it's like I know Ohio State's going to win this game, but I'm
Yeah,
rooting for the other team.
I know. It's gonna be the
Go
classic.
Irish.
It's gonna be the classic 2020. I mean, I don't know. I forget which year it was, but it was when I think it was CJ was the quarterback. When Bama was playing them in the championship, and then we
Hmm.
beat them by what was it, four touchdowns? I think this might be a similar game. Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I think
I got
Ohio State's
Ohio.
going to rout them.
I got Ohio State, but man, it'd be cool to see Notre Dame pull that upset off. And they're not even an upset. I'm not even getting the reseeding, but yeah,
Yeah, we don't want to revisit that topic. The reseeding needs to happen, but we'll
Jesus.
discuss that in the off season. We'll see what the committee does. We'll be following what their moves are, what they're looking like. But I think playoff wrap up, NFL obviously definitely exciting. Coming up to some really really good games. We got the culmination of the college football playoffs. I mean, what a weekend for sports!
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, the cart girl is stopping by. JT, what has the cart girl dropped off in Casa del JT?
I swung by, man. She was wearing a Birds jersey. She said the only thing that she's given out is Miller Lite. It's the official drink of the Eagles, man. And not gonna lie, man, I'm not taking my chances drinking another beer besides this week.
There you go. There you go. The
So,
cart girl must have been on the same page for both of us. Cart girl dropped off some little bird gang bourbon.
ooh.
Um, They got, gin, vodka, all of it. I don't really drink either one of those. Vodka, maybe occasionally, but bourbon, I'm about it. Yeah, Bird Gang bourbon. So obviously we're repping the Eagles heavy this week. But the Cart Girl knew what to do. She was like, you know what? It's an Eagles playoff weekend, and I need to drop off the official beer of the Philadelphia Eagles, and I need to drop off some Bird Gang bourbon to Mr. Degen.
Let's go, baby. It's gonna be a hell of a weekend.
Yeah, it is. Well, I can tell you, this bottle will be gone, and probably the backup bottle will be open because there's not much left in there.
Ooh. I mean, yeah, that sounds great. I got to pick up a bottle. Where do you get that? Is it just wine and spirits, or
Yeah,
you have to
actually,
order it?
any PA wine and spirit store has it now. Funny,
Sweet.
we were tailgating at the Eagles game next to the tailgate that's sponsored by Bird Gang, but yeah, they have it at any wine and spirit store. They have it. I ordered it online when they like first released it, when they had like their initial release. And I swear, like the owner's mother dropped it off at my door, like came to the front door and just dropped it off. I don't know, but if Bird Gang, if you're watching this and you want to sponsor us, let me know. I will be more than happy to accept any sponsorships and display your bottle in every single episode because I love the birds and Bird Gang.
Bleed
Free
green,
promo.
baby.
Bleed green. All right. Well, that's the cart girl. That is the episode. We want to thank you all for watching. JT, any final thoughts, final words?
Go birds, baby!
That's it. Go birds. And by the way, anybody who is watching this who ever comes to Philadelphia, and you need something, okay? You could speak English, it doesn't matter. You speak French, it doesn't matter. You need something to say to somebody in Philadelphia, go birds. You do something wrong, go birds. You need to say hello to somebody, go birds. Basically, the universal word in Philadelphia for anything you want, go birds. And don't forget, go birds.